Hi everyone, this is the March newsletter for the DVCA portfolio. Again, I have with me our chair of the DVCA WHS committee, Michelle, and I also welcome Melinda, who is the new head of student engagement and belonging. Hi Mel. So today we have quite a bit of news to get through. Thank you all for attending the town hall. We talked in the town hall a little bit about PST and what's currently happening in the future state. And I just want to acknowledge that currently it is, mildly in flux and chaotic because we haven't quite finished the interviews. We haven't quite appointed everyone. Other people are moving on. They have taken on positions elsewhere. There's handovers to be organized. So I do appreciate that currently it's quite in flux, and it's also giving a bit of a sense of individuals not being in control of the situation. I just want to say we are aware of this. We're trying to get order into it and be and get things done as quickly as possible. So please bear with us in this current situation, which I appreciate is it's going to be the most turbulent for I would say another 3 to 4 weeks until everything's landed. If you need any support in that time, just please let me know. And then I think we have an opportunity to settle the model, the new models, understand how the model is working. There will be an opportunity towards the end of the year, I think, to review how everything is working and to adjust if whatever is necessary to adjust. I hope you've all noticed that despite the rain, we actually have lots and lots of people on campus, and it's just great walking around, and I like just taking daily walks around campus. Sometimes I do walking meetings, and it's just great to get around. So I really enjoyed it. And campus, if it's not, torrential rain, it just looks brilliant. So that's just a bit of an entry from me. I'll hand over to Mel about some graduation updates.
Thanks, Mariella, and thank you to the team who were managing graduations in March for us. So that's Ken and Grace and Joe and Melroy and Erica and the team. So thank you very much. We had 1,100 graduates attend the on-campus events with a further 1,500 views online as we were live streaming, and we used the YouTube Live platform for that. So that was very successful. So for the rest of the year, we are running a couple of other staggered graduation events so that we could provide opportunities for students who missed out on a ceremony in 2020 and 2021 due to COVID to come on campus and reunite with their families, friends and academic supports to celebrate the end of their degree. The next series of events are due to take place from the 2nd to the 13th of May, and I'm sure that you will receive invitations to volunteer or attend in the next coming weeks.
And if you have not attended the graduation, the new graduation hall, just pop in. We always have seats there, and just sit there and enjoy the graduation. It is really a beautiful hall, and I think the graduations are working really well. So just join in. Okay, now we have a bit of an update on WHS and COVID and other matters. Over to you, Michelle.
Thanks, Mariella. Morning, everyone. Our COVID website was updated on the 21st of March. The university continues to refine our policies and the guidance that we give with the latest public health advice, and also in response to the evolving COVID situation. WHS continuously consults with the WHS local committees and with H&S reps, unions and staff about COVID and safe arrangements and settings. So if you have any other feedback or suggestions on what could be done for the COVID situation, you can contact covidsafe@mq.edu.au. Now, one of the changes that have come in is that if you find that you've tested positive to COVID and you've been on campus, rather than emailing the COVID Safe team, you should email dvca@mq.edu.au because they're getting that can make sure that the management team are all have all the information and they can respond a bit more quickly. If you have a look on the new website, on the new updates on the website for COVID, the frequently asked questions have been updated following changes to New South Wales rules and the feedback from the MQ Macquarie community, such as what to do if you test positive and you've been on campus and the details for casual staff needing to isolate. Absent payments are still available to eligible staff for absences on or before the 31st of March. And the university will reassess the period to claim the COVID-safe absent payment after that date. And that applies to casuals as well as permanent staff. So that's pretty much it for the COVID update at the moment. Something I'd like to remind people is April is the month when you start thinking about getting your flu vaccinations. There's a really bad flu that's been going around, and that'll be continued to be the case, and your COVID vaccination is not going to protect you against the flu. So look out in this week. There'll be some in the next couple of weeks. There'll be a story on how you can go and book your own flu vaccination, which are going to be free to all staff. So I'd encourage everyone to go and do that so we can stay as healthy as possible and keep as many people as possible on campus. So of course, if you do feel ill with any cold or flu symptoms, we strongly recommend you stay home. If you're too ill to work, don't work. If you're able to work from home, that's fine. And of course, you should probably get a COVID test if that's the case. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, which is a lot more happier, is that we've created an Employability Connect Facebook group, and that's to help students connect and find out all the information they can to help increase the employability of students while they're still studying and looking for casual work, and also afterwards to get grad jobs. It's a step closer to a coordinated multi-channel approach for all employability-related communications, including careers, student employment, and work-integrated learning, such as PACE. And I encourage everyone to join the group, make some suggestions for the content that's on it, and of course, share it and promote it widely in your circles. We're having daily updates of all sorts of things, events that are coming on, opportunities for students to work on campus, exciting job opportunities that students might be interested in, and we'd really welcome your feedback and all of that.
Right, and I also get the newsletter, the employability newsletter, and it's great. There's so many job opportunities and so many companies that are now, I think, working with us and reaching out to us to advertise their opportunities with us. So it's been a really great achievement by the employability team. So congratulations on that. Just a bit of a policy update. We have a draft student charter on Policy Central on the bulletin board. The charter is to replace the code of conduct, and the charter, I think, is trying to strike a different tone with students, not sort of a penalizing document that lists all the things students are not allowed to do, but more create a common understanding about rights and responsibilities of students while they are on campus with us, and also the rights and responsibilities of staff and the university more broadly. The charter has been led by students, so writing of this charter has been led by students. So by all means, jump on the bulletin board in Policy Central and give us some feedback for that. Now back to Melinda, please.
I just wanted to give a quick update on some webinars that we ran at the start of session to help new and current students with some questions that they might have had around a broad range of topics. And so we held some information sessions on the 8th and the 10th of March for those students. It was an opportunity for students to drop in and ask questions relating to their studies and life at Macquarie. And we had panelists available from Wellbeing, Student Connect, Employability, the Writing Centre, and all of the faculties as well. They joined us and yourself, Mariella, in promoting services and answering some of the more frequently asked questions that came up at the start of the session. So we also recorded those, and the recordings are available on your DVCA YouTube channel and the student support webpage if anyone wants to refer students to those FAQ webinars that we held. We've also had the International Students webinar, which is being held this week, and Student Engagement invites all international students who are wishing to receive information about student visa requirements to attend. The purpose of the session is to give updates on the changes and the conditions of the student visas due to the pandemic, because there's been a number of changes there. And we have Aristotle coming, who's a qualified solicitor who works in Australian immigration and international student education. So to confirm, the session will be on Zoom, and it's the 7th of April from 4 to 6, and that's also available on our webpage as well, on the student webpage if you want to direct students to that.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks for those information sessions. And I think the recording is also available to students from the student website. Right, yeah. Last week, the data for the student safety survey were released. the national student survey, which the survey was conducted in 2021. I'd just like to say that the survey itself asks questions about sexual harassment and sexual assault, which in itself can be very confronting and triggering. So I won't go into much detail here, but the survey results are on the student webpage. If you want to engage with the data. Overall, I can say that the data are not inspiring at all. We still have too many students who are victims and experience sexual harm, and we also have too many students who are unaware of how to get help or how to report incidents like this. And so with Penny, we are putting together a new, based on these data, a new strategy and implementation plan of how to address this. Next week is, last week was Harmony Day. From the celebrations took place from 21st to 24th of March. It was a combined effort of student diversity and inclusion, widening participation with Langamuru. There were student groups, Faculty of Science, Engineering, group marketing, were all putting out or all organizing events for Harmony Day. Harmony Day promotes our inclusion and also promotes our culturally significant spaces on campus. And you can read more about that on the Instagram page, which we've linked in the newsletter itself. Tomorrow is Transgender Visibility Day, International Transgender Visibility Day. There is a morning tea, both a virtual and in-person morning tea held by the Faculty of Science, and everyone's welcome to join that event as well. And I think that's all we wanted. Oh no, communications plan. So I thought we'd just share our plan for town halls, communications, etc. for the rest for until July. So we are planning another town hall in May on the 30th, and then a town hall in July. I don't know whether by that time a new DVCA is already in place or whether we already know who the new DVCA might be, but hopefully if they're in place, they'll obviously join. We'll do the monthly newsletters like these videos. And then I thought it may be time to go out again and meet and greet the individual teams and groups. Lots of things have changed. New appointments were made. And so I've dedicated some dates here that I could go and meet some groups. So if you wanna, nominate a date, if you wanna pick a date, just email me and I'll come out and have a piece of cake with you and meet everyone and just hear what's been going on and what any concerns you have or any good news you have. I'll be just here to meet and hear you. And that's it for us. Michelle, Mel, anything else we may have forgotten?
I think we've covered everything.
No, all good, thank you.
Great. Okay, stay safe. Bye.